While all the Nightfarers in Elden Ring Nightreign are unique and have distinct skills that make them stand out, I would argue that the most interesting and fun feature is the Recluse's magic cocktail ability. The Recluse is the resident spellcaster in the Round Table Hold and focuses on sorceries and magic casting to defeat enemies. Because she's constantly casting spells and there is no built-in FP regen for most Nightfarers, she has a unique passive ability that allows her to collect affinity residues, which supply FP and can be used for unique effects. Nightreign is full of unique gameplay elements that can be tricky to master at first. When you first play as Recluse, you'll probably wonder exactly what is going on with the random spells that are being cast as you collect affinity residues during each fight. These are called magic cocktails, and they're one of the most interesting character systems in the game. Magic cocktails function around 4 different affinities: magic, fire, lightning, and holy. Depending on what type of damage is dealt to an enemy, Recluse can collect the corresponding residue. Magic cocktails can be mixed and matched by collecting different combinations of affinity residues, and each one has its own unique effect. While you play as Recluse, you'll notice the circles appearing on enemies in different colors, which will correspond to one of the 4 different affinities mentioned above. The residue you collect will depend on what type of element the enemy was hit with last, so if you're trying to be strategic and plan the specific magic cocktail you want to use, you'll need to pay attention to the party's elemental buffs. Magic. Cocktails can be mixed with all the same residues, which is called a pure mixture, while you can also mix 2 of one affinity with 1 of another, or 3 different affinities entirely. Each different combination will cast a specific spell automatically, without the need for any button input or action on the player's part. The order in which you mix the residues does not matter, i.e., lightning, magic, and fire has the same result as magic, fire, and lightning. The magic cocktails that mix 3 different elements are typically the more powerful ones. There are 14 different magic cocktail spells that can result from the various combinations of affinity residues for Recluse. There are 4 single magic cocktail spells, 6 double spells, and 4 spells for mixing 3 different residues. As mentioned, the spells that include 3 different affinity residues are typically much more useful against powerful bosses, and you'll benefit greatly from a synergized team that is constantly dealing varying status effects and/or causing different affinity residues to generate.